What's up, people? It's your man, Urban Lover, coming from your mama's basement, baby. And what I want to do right now, I want to get into this article. First and foremost, I want to give a shout out to Anonymous Laker Nerd. He brought this article to my attention about a rumor of the Lakers trying to pursue Blake Griffin. So I did a little bit of research, and one thing that I always do is that I try to do research based on the fact I know a lot of you guys don't have time to like really do a lot of digging to see what's going on. You know, some of y'all work crazy hours, or y'all got other personal things going on in your life, and you just want to tune into YouTube and just catch the latest news or gossip, rumors, speculations. So me, as being I call it, in the corner writer, you know what I mean, or blogger. Me being that type of individual, my thing is that I like to bring these articles to your attention, just to get y'all, talking about it in the comment section. But I also like to kill these rumors. And the reason why I like to kill these rumors, because I don't want people thinking like, man, what are the Lakers doing? We don't hear nothing's going on. Everything's quiet. As soon as a rumor or speculation pop up, it's like, oh no, oh my goodness, this and that. So with that being said, there was a rumor that came out once again that, the Lakers might be in pursuit of Blake Griffin. He's one of the names that they claimed that came up as an unnamed trade target. According to another writer stating that about the Lakers making a move on an unnamed trade target. And see, the reason why it plays out so good is because you got individuals that are not signed. For instance, you got Brandon Ingram that's not signed yet. So people are like, well, why Brandon Ingram ain't signed yet? Are the Lakers trying to make a move on him, or what's going on? Now, I personally can't give you an answer towards that signing alone, because I don't know what the Lakers are planning on doing. But based on the fact that there's no rumor, or not rumor, but there's no information coming out of their camp or out of the front office that this is what they're trying to do, I consider everything that doesn't come from their own personal mouth of them is nothing but rumors and speculation in order for the writers to have something to write about. Now keep in mind, the writers, their job is to write articles. If they don't have nothing to write about, they don't have a job. That's their everyday living. That's what put food on the table for these guys. Some of their writers, they get credibility on what they write, and some of them just don't have no credibility. They just put it out there and hoping the fan base would just grab it and basically have something to talk about. This what keeps sites like social media sites like Twitter blowing up, Facebook blowing up, even YouTube blowing up. Because as long as there's something out there to talk about, it keeps the writers happy and it keeps them having a job. Now, do I knock the writers for what they're doing? No, I don't knock them. I just don't like the idea of a rumor speculation. Like for me, when I do videos, I'll put out there and like, what if? I'll say what if, and I'll put a question mark behind it, because I like for y'all guys to get in the comment section and just have a discussion about it. But I'm not going to say, well, okay, I heard that the Lakers are going to make a move on this individual without no reliable source, because now my stuff is tainted. Nobody's not going to really recommend me, because number one, I'm not bringing nothing factual to the table. So like, oh, that's just Urban. He does that. He just put the information out there just for somebody to grab it. It's no different than people doing clickbait. When they put in their thumbnail something that's totally against what their video is about. Just to get views and get likes. So I want to just say it real quick. The Lakers are not in pursuit of Blake Griffin. Doc Rivers is not looking to trade him. There was a rumor that came out that Doc Rivers was looking to make a trade with Boston because somebody seen him and Danny Ainge on a golf court, playing golf, and they was talking. So they thought that it was a move that the Clippers was going to make a move with the Celtics for Blake Griffin. And Doc Rivers put it right to rest. He said, "I'm not trading Blake. I want to keep Blake, and I want to keep Chris Paul," which makes sense, because why would they go out a limb and go after DeAndre Jordan, go to his hotel and lock the door and have a in-room meeting with the guy? And you don't think they want to do the same thing with Blake or Chris Paul for that matter? I mean, we got to start thinking here. Like I said, it's good to talk about it, but don't feed into it too much. And this is not a knock on the Laker fan base. And that, like Anonymous Nicola, that's why he wanted me to bring it out there, because he wanted me to put it to rest, and that's what I'm doing. I'm putting it to rest so that way you guys can get in the comment section and talk about it. Now, with me personally, all these like superstars that are coming up in free agency and all that, that's fine and dandy, that's good and all that. Like I told guys, I'm not a real big fan of 4 or 5 superstars on one team, because it kind of kills the credibility of the NBA or any type of sport. It's just like, okay, here's 2 powerhouses, then everybody else is just mediocre. You know what I'm saying? Like, you already know who's going to the final. And when I see that, I don't really get too excited, because it's like you could name the top 4 teams in each, like, in the NBA that's going to make it to the final every year. You can name the top 4 teams, and everybody's just basically playing for a playoff spot. And that's kind of boring to me, because it's like, I like to see teams I like to see an underdog. I always root for the underdog team. I like to see the underdog team come in and dethrone, one of those top seeded teams. I love it, man. I really love it when, they dethrone them. That's why I was so big on Cleveland beating the Warriors last year. Everybody was so hyped up on the Warriors, and I'm not a big LeBron James fan. I don't have no hate for none of the players, but I'm always the person that root against the lesser of two evil. And I'm not saying Golden State is an evil team or stuff like that, but at the end of the day, it's just good to root against teams like that. But back to the Blake Griffin thing. Now, Doc Rivers came out, like I said, he came out and said he killed all the rumors. He basically stated that some writers, they get credibility off of it, and some of them, they get no credibility based on what I just said. Because they put out false information that lead to rumors and speculation for the fan base to go ooh and ah over. And it's bull crap, Now, the only way I can see the Lakers really making a move on Blake Griffin, I believe that they're going to let this year ride with the youth, see what they got. And if, like, say for instance, Julius Randle, for instance, doesn't have a good game, like if he is not showing the potential of him shooting, jumpers and stuff like that, like if he's not showing a next level, then you can see them, making a move on Blake Griffin. But like I said, the Clippers will have up to $122 million in tax limit, where they can go over the salary cap to pay Blake Griffin and Chris Paul. Now, one thing about it is that, if they're willing to build a team in order to win a championship, somebody's going to have to take a slight pay cut. Everybody can't get $30 million, because then you ain't better put no nucleus of players around them. It's just going to be two individuals making $30 million. Then you got your center making, I think, 22, 21, something like that. So with that being said, one thing I always tell people, if the Lakers front office, if you don't hear from the front office, it's just a rumor. And one thing I always try to do is that when somebody throw a writer's name out there, I try to research that writer, get some more reliable source according to what he's writing, dig a little bit more to see if that rumor is actually true, or he's just putting it out there. And 9 times out of 10, they just throwing it out there. They're not really, it's not really like, real true facts of the Lakers making a move and stuff like that. Another thing also, once again, is that I think the Lakers are all foot in for the youth movement. They're all in. And I know a lot of people are like, oh, well, we should go after this big name person. We should do that. The Lakers, youth, they're not really showing us nothing. They're not really showing us no potential and all that. I'm going to share this real quick. All right. First and foremost, forget about last year. Stop going off last year. Kobe was there. Byron Scott was there. If we can sit there and say, okay, let's get this guy a shot, we can get everybody else a shot. We got to stop looking at last year and look towards this year. Like I told people on Mike Lakers talk comment session, also Eddie Starr comment session, I'm going to base the Lakers youth off of this year that's coming up, not the previous year. Why? Because they played behind Kobe Bryant. Kobe Bryant on the floor, if you actually watch the game, and you got to look at it from a non-biased standpoint, and if you watch the game, they were stagnant. They were just standing there, man. They wasn't doing anything. That's the same thing Lamar Odom was doing after a while. You know what I mean? A lot of teams, if you actually watch a lot of players with Kobe, they would just stand around. Like they would just watch and see what Kobe do. And keep in mind, these guys are young, man. They playing with a legend. If this is their first time playing with somebody that they probably grew up watching, enjoying to watch, it's just like me and you, if we go to if we actually get drafted by the Lakers, I ain't getting drafted because I'm like 90-something years old, but if I was picked up by the Lakers and I'm on the floor with them, I'm going to be so shocked. I mean, yeah, I'm going to try to play, but I'm going to be too shocked to watch Kobe because this is somebody that I grew up watching playing. And that's for like a lot of guys like 18, 19 years old. Remember, Kobe's almost 40, so a lot of these young guys grew up watching Kobe. So it's the same thing when they're on the court. You're not going to get too much out of them. But what I do share this with a lot of guys is this. When Kobe and Lou Williams was hurt, and the little duration of games that the Lakers were playing, you could see potential in all three of them. And I'm telling people keep sleeping on them. Oh, they ain't going to win 30 games. I'm going to tell guys like this. Keep sleeping. Think about it. If Kobe would have just made 45% of his shots, they could have won 30 games last year. He took 20-something shots, probably between 17 and 20-something shots a game. So based on that alone, that's like a good, like I said, if he would have just made 45% of them, we would have won a lot of games. We only needed 13 more games to win 30. We won 17. So it's not that hard for us to win. I mean, a lot of them teams shouldn't even beat us. Shouldn't have beat us, but, it is what it is. So I tell people over again, I just want to put it to rest. The Lakers are not pursuing Blake Griffin. He's not one of the players, the unnamed players of interest. The Lakers, I think they're really sworn in on this youth group, and I hope they are, and I hope they at least allow them to play a whole year to see what they got before they make any significant moves. With that being said, it's your man Urban Lover. Get in the comment section, like, share, subscribe. You tell me what you think. Do you think the Lakers are going to still try to pursue Blake Griffin, or is it just a rumor and we all putting it to rest? Love you guys. Be safe out there and take care.